Video to give the shower that had a really nice temperature. I was really happy with the temperature. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the bus that I got into town. Really friendly, really happy with the service. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the bus that I got to Abdale Road. Really friendly, really happy with the service. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the box room. Really friendly, really happy with the service. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you my haircut. Really nice and really happy with it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give the hairdresser. She was really nice and I was really happy with the service she gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to the bus that I got into town. Really friendly, really happy with the service I was giving. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the bus that I got home. Really friendly, really happy with the service I was giving. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the ham salad. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the water. Really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I am doing this video to give you the pizza that I had for my tea. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the water. Really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I am doing this video to how the pizza turn the oven on to 200 degrees, set the time to 10 minutes, and then once cooked, put the pizza in the oven, then once cooked, took the pizza out of the oven, and then served the pizza onto a plate, and then cut with the pizza cutter. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the prayer meeting. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really powerful. I thought it was a really powerful prayer meeting. I thought everybody who shared it was really good, and I thought the worship was really powerful. I thought the person who was hosting the prayer meeting thought they spoke really well. I thought they spoke really well, and it was such a powerful. It was a really It was a really powerful. It was a really powerful. It's okay. No, it was a really powerful. It was really powerful, and I was really touched by what I heard. And I thought the worship was really good as well. And I felt something being there. I felt like something was talking to me, saying something to me. It was just so. It was such a great honour to be there tonight, because it was really good. It was very powerful what everyone said, and all the readings. It was really powerful. Hello, I'm doing this video to say why I really enjoyed the prayer meeting. I really enjoyed the prayer meeting because it was really good and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the Pelican Crossing when coming back from the well. I thought it worked really well. I was really happy with how well it worked. Hello, I'm doing this video to give a review of DJ Day Day Show 10 AM to 12:45 PM. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you a Killer Golden Show 1 PM to 4 PM. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Snooty Shy Show 4 PM to 7 PM. Now, usually it has been really good and I got use out of it, but today I think it was really bad. Really bad today. It was really bad. I mean, it wasn't right that she was covering for Remy Bergs. I think that was awful. That she was covering for Remy Bergs. To be honest with you, it was really bad. That was such a bad move, if I'm honest, in my opinion. She's a good DJ. I like listening to her, but today she made me angry today. She really made me angry today because. First of all, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I want non-stop music with no shout-outs whatsoever. Know who am I, and which it has to go with, unfortunately. And I've said this before about. I've also said this about Lyrical Genius. I think. Listen, it was like I say. It's got to go. But like I say, the show was it was really poor today. No use out of it whatsoever. And she's normally a really good presenter. I normally really enjoy her shows. But first of all, why is she covering for Snoop? Why is she covering for Remy Bergs? Secondly, Remy Bergs could have got anybody, and yet she asked Snooty Shy to do it. She could have asked anybody. It could have been anyone. I mean, look, even if it's Fee Mac, it doesn't really matter, does it? Do you know what I mean? It could have easily been Fee Mac. It could have easily been Nick Bright. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's not the right move, unfortunately, and I just think it was a poor show today. Although I'm doing this video to give you Shawnee B Show 9 PM to 11 PM. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Although I'm doing this video to give you the throwback party with Joella and Kiki 11 PM to 12 AM. Really disappointing and it could have been better. Although I'm doing this video to talk about, since the press that the person, I'm not going to name the person, do you know what I mean? I've got to be very careful in identifying. I've got to be very careful what I say. But what I will say is, a member of someone at my church is what I will say. A person at my church. I'll first of all want to say that the prayers that they gave me, I think one was for work, about the person, because I was really I was really on edge, because I was really concerned that that a work colleague was going to leave, and it really concerned me. It really concerned me because they're really efficient in the job, and I have to be honest, it was really getting to me. It was really getting to me, because I was getting really, it was really affecting me in a lot of ways. And obviously my drum lessons as well, wanting to get better at drumming. That was, and then obviously the person who, hopefully, the bank card that I found on the way to gym, hopefully actually them getting it back. Obviously that was the three things, like I said, they prayed for. But what the point I'm going to make here is, in fact, I'll come back to it. I don't want to go too long. I want to speak about something else anyway. Hello, I'm doing this video to pay my tribute to I'm doing this video to pay my tribute to Gary Marnie Mounfield. My thoughts go out to Gary Mounfield's friends and family at this really difficult time. So yeah, the prayers that I received. Oh, hang on. There's no. Oh, I'm not on the matches either. Yeah, sorry. The team that. The team that won fair result. Yeah, so I'm gonna say So what I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna. Do you know? I'm not gonna speak too long on this topic. I'm not gonna speak too long on this. I'm gonna try and, I don't know, I'm gonna try and speak for a bit, but I'm not gonna try and overdo it. But anyway, the person potentially, because at that time, it looked like they were gonna leave. So it looked like they were gonna leave, and they weren't gonna continue stewarding. And I mean, like I say, it was on the 8th of November. Yeah, it was on the 8th of November. And obviously I asked for those prayers on the 13th of November. Yeah, it was on the 13th of November. I then asked for the prayers on the 13th of November. But I've got to say, what I have to say is that it really has made a massive difference, because since them prayers I received on the 13th of November, and we're now on the 20th of November, I obviously get the really good news that they're going to continue stewarding, and I've got to say, it's well deserved, if I'm honest with you. It's unfortunate that the person, obviously, he's obviously been moved. They treated him really badly, because they treated him really badly, and they got treated really badly. And I just, like I say, at the time, I was a little bit on edge. I have to say, I was on edge, because it really was causing me a lot of issues. I have to say, it was causing me a lot of problems. But what I will say is, got to say, what a crazy 2 weeks it's been, really. What a crazy 2 weeks. So I then obviously on the 8th of November, the person, it looks like they're going to leave, and it looks like they're going to hand in their notice on the 8th of November. Since then, obviously they, like I said, they spoke to on the phone. Obviously they wanted them to stay, so I asked them to think about it. Like I said, that was on the 8th. That was on the 8th of November. I've asked them to think about it. I've said, look, I've tried to find out what's going on and what happened, and I didn't know the full details, but I've said to them, look, think about it. Just have a think about it. Think it over. I've asked them to think. I asked them to think it over because you need to think it over. There's no point making a rash decision, which I've obviously found out. Do you know what I mean? In my kitchen porter job, but that was different. But the point is, Dave, it's such a huge weight on my shoulders now because they're so good at the job. They're so good at the job, and when they do it, then we all follow suit. Really, that's the word. Yeah, we all follow suit. When they're the leader of the pack. So when they obviously if they start standing, where we then follow. That's what you need. You need someone like this to. I mean, all right, we're not all right. They're not going to be there for 3 matches, but do you know what? If it's 3 games that they're not there, so be it. So be it. If they're not there for 3 games, so be it. So yeah, so be it. Listen, we can cope for 3 matches. We can cope for 3 matches. I'm sure for 3 matches we'll be all right. But long term, it's important that they continue in the job. But it's such a massive such a massive weight on my shoulder as well. And I'm so happy with that, with the decision that they've made. I'm so happy with the reverse that they reversed the original decision of leaving the company, because it's such a hard act to follow. And I said this before, and I'm not gonna name the people at the person at my church. I beg your pardon. So yeah, I'm not going to name the person at my church, and unfortunately, I'm not going to do that. So look, if you want to know more, listen. You can ask me in person, and I can say who it is. But I'm not going to do it on a video, on a stream. It's as simple as that. I've got rules that I have to follow, and I ain't gonna jeopardise what's going really well, which is going really, really well. I mean, do you know what I mean? The fact that they're even talking to me as well. Do you know what I mean? The last thing I need to do, the last thing I have to do, the last thing I want to do is you start naming people or naming them, and then it causes it causes a real issue with people. It causes a real issue, and yeah, it's not what I want to. It's not what I'm willing to do. Out of respect, really, for the person, out of their respect, I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to say is I'm so great. I think their prayers, especially my work as well, and this situation which has been in the spotlight, it made a huge difference. And what a massive result it is, them continuing the job. It's a massive relief. It's a massive relief to me, really, because there's such a great work. They're a really good team member. They're really good team. They're a really good member of the team, and their teamwork is really good. And I'm obviously really, and I've got to thank the prayers that I received for this, because for this person today, I've got to thank the prayers, because without these prayers, they possibly don't continue in the job. they possibly don't continue in the job, and it's a massive hole to fill. Sorry, it's a massive hole. It's a massive hole. It's a massive hole to. Yeah, it's a massive loss to the team, especially someone who's really hard working, who's really dedicated to the job, and somebody who gives a lot of trust to us and does the job really well.